Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second season of Long Island Stage. I am now proud to present your host for the evening. Give it up for Brian McAuliffe.
Welcome to Long Island Stage. How's that? You know, last week we had our first show of this series, and I went back home and watched it, and I was blown away. I said, did we all do that? Did we all do that? And yes, we did. And I referenced Dick Clark, and nobody knew who Dick Clark was. So I'm going to go a little further back, and I'm going to reference Apollo, the god of music and poetry. So everybody should know him. I just figured I had to go back further in age. And, you know, Apollo is music, poetry, and truth. And this group of artists you're going to see tonight are poets of today. The wordsmithing in complement to their performances, especially some of these wonderful voices. If I could say what about this show is going to be special, it's going to be the vocals. The musicians are tremendous, but you're going to have a vocal, a cornucopia of vocal sounds that are great. Now, just to remind everybody that this is a TV show, so we are broadcasting live on iStudios.tv or LongIslandStage.com, and you can send that out if you want your friends and family to watch. They'll be able to watch the show live. And this is important because we are creating a historical document for these artists for them to use in their promotion. So their energy really needs you. You know, in a live show, this back and forth, the energy that comes from the crowd really gets transcribed into the recording, and it's the energy that they drive themselves. It drives the artist. So I encourage you to really pay attention and have a really, really good time, but try to share some of your energy, and let's do this whole thing together. Let's make music magic together. Now I have some help, and I'd like to introduce to you April Keogh, who's my co-host. Come on out, April. I need a little levity. So April will be in the crowd afterwards, interviewing a few people that we've already picked out, so that during the commercial break, because it's a TV show, there'll be that activity. Just continue to do what you're doing. April and the camera people will do their work. For those of you at home, please go ahead and tune in. Get yourself comfortable. This is going to be a great show. April, what are you thinking?
I am so excited. I'm so happy to be back here. This is great. For those of you who came last week, it was such a great show. For those of you who weren't here last week, you can catch it online, but you are in for a treat tonight. We're so excited. But supporting these artists would not be possible if it weren't for the generosity of our sponsors. They're amazing, and we are fueled solely by their funding, and we really appreciate their support. We also really appreciate our partner, the Suffolk, this amazing theater, right? Isn't it gorgeous? Unbelievable, yep. And they're hosting this event at the lowest cost possible, so we're so appreciative. Gary, Meg, Clutch, wherever you are, you're amazing. We thank you so much. I know, they deserve a round of applause, absolutely. So, just so you know, during the show, on the screens here and on the screens at home, you will find each artist's direct funding pages. So, of course, feel free to give whatever you want to give, and of course, enjoy their music. We also want to thank you for coming here tonight. We are so grateful for your support. We're grateful that you took the evening to come here and take a break from your favorite Netflix series or the TikTok rabbit hole. And you know what I'm talking about. Yes, seriously, yes. Next thing you know, you're ours. But instead, you're here, live music. It's going to be amazing. Long Island has produced countless music legends, and we are honored to have more of some of the next generation on stage with us tonight. And I think it's about time, Brian, you're going to introduce the first band because I need to hear some music. And we're going to be applauding loud applause. Dance if the music moves you. You can find me, I'll meet you on the dance floor. All right, enjoy.
Thank you, April. So this next band, I should tell everybody that the bands all were selected by ranked choice voting, blind. So even though I knew this band, I was thankful that they applied on their own. I'm happy that they're here, but I saw them at a barn concert, like an old-fashioned, behind somebody's house barn concert, and they blew me away. So I'm so happy to introduce to you the Bell Curves.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, April. And thanks to all of you for being here. We haven't been talking much these days. I haven't been keeping up with you, but I can't take all the blame 'cause the phone works both ways. We haven't been talking much these days. Well, you never did like my country songs. You never wanted to just sit and play. Now I'm going out and finding friends that sing along, 'cause you never did sing my country songs. And I've been singing with you my whole life, songs for two of misery and strife. Never could see eye to eye or breathe a heart to heart. Your silence cut me like a knife. We sat outside late one summer night, drinking too much beer and talking shit, waiting for something that would make everything alright. We only sat out late one summer night. And I got you a birthday gift last fall. It's wrapped up in a pink bag in my room. I never thought to mention it, and you never thought to call. So I've still got that birthday gift from fall. And I spent my whole winter here at home. You drove past my house 4 times a week, driving down to see the ocean. You left me alone, but I left my whole winter here at home. And I've been singing with you my whole life, songs for two of misery and strife. Never could see eye to eye or brave a heart to heart. Your silence cut me like a knife, but I feel like I'm not missing you. magenta, I'm not blue. I'm not blue. Thank you. That song's based on a true story, and so is this next one. They all are, actually, because they're based on my real life. My check engine light was on when I reached we hadn't been gone long, but I wished I had a van. I sure wished I had a van. My little Pontiac gets me to where I need to go. Point A to point B, like New York to El Paso, New York to El Paso. Thinking we were in the clear, but that little orange light followed us down here. Yeah, followed us down here. I never saw a bigger sky, and I never stopped asking why. 'Cause we saw New Orleans, how we saw the end of the world. But out in Joshua Tree, it was all Instagram girls. Man, it was just Instagram girls. Yeah, we drove from coast to coast, saw our country critically, seeking as do most some authenticity, a little authenticity. Being scared of everyone I haven't met. I'm so sick of being scared, but I'm not giving up on them just yet. I've been staying home, I do the same things every night. I've been staying home, and some nights it feels like I'm alright. Just check out so many of those days, but I won't let them keep me down. And there's a little voice inside that tells me it's not worth the fight. There's that little voice inside, but I won't let it ever see the light. It's a whole Thank you. Thank you. This next song, I think, gives you a good introduction to who I am. It's essentially my autobiography in about 2.5 minutes. And a couple things have changed since I wrote it, but the gist of it remains the same. So. 90 minutes from Manhattan. I was born in 96, that's still true. I grew up on the East End, kinda, and it sure felt like the sticks. But I miss the Laurel Canyon of 1968. Oh, they left New York City, but I'm 50 years too late. Young girl, I got on my first plane down Huntsville, Alabama. I could barely spell my name. Now I miss the Crescent City and the magic in the air. Oh, life was slow and easy the one night I spent there. Now I have friends in Bushwick, a few in Jersey too, but they all work too much now, 'cause rent is always due. And I miss Greenwich Village, playing old folk songs, planning the resistance long before my folks were born. Cities I've never been to, and friends I've never met, romanticize and daydream, it'll all come around again. Thank you. Thank you very much. So once again, we're the Belle Curves, because we have that sign there that says our name, so that's how we remember what our band name is. When I forget the sign, I'm like, I don't know. You gotta ask someone else. My name's Delaney Hafner. I wrote these songs. On my left here is Sam Monteleone. But behind me on the drums is Nick Balzano. This is Anna O'Rourke on acoustic guitar over here, and my dad, Bill Hafner, on that Les Paul. With so much left unsaid, you shouldn't have let me go. I never thought I could be one of those guys. Well, look at me now. Thank you. So all these songs are on an album we put out last June called Watershed, which you can find wherever you get music. This next song I didn't write, and then the one after that I did write. So thank you again for having us. Once again, we're the Belkers. Thank you, Brian and Brytech, for organizing this, and to the Suffolk for all of this. I mean, this is great, so thank you. There's more light somewhere. There's more light somewhere. I ain't gonna rest until I find it. There's more light somewhere. There's more love somewhere. There's more love somewhere. I ain't gonna rest until I find it. There's more love somewhere. And there's justice somewhere. There's justice somewhere. I ain't gonna rest until I find it. There's justice somewhere. You have no idea how good you have it made when you have it made too good. You forget how hard and noisy life can be when you pay for privacy and then you get it. Tree-lined roads full of overpriced cars. Some days I miss my innocence. I wish I thought this was all there is, but I know better now. False green fields, poison waterways, but look so good from the street. There's no sign of defeat in a delusion. You have no idea how good you have it made when you have it made too good. You forget how hard and noisy life can be when you pay for privacy and then you get it.
Thank you. audience again. Happy to be back here at the Suffolk, and I just got a little shout out. I looked at the monitor. I saw Barely March, his music video. Kind of happy to see that because he's my son and he's awesome. But anyway, but you know who else is awesome? Our sponsor, one of our sponsors here, Chris Coluccio. Did I say that right? Yes, yes, from TechWorks. Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. This is this is the most beautiful venue in the world. This place is great, and the first band was outrageous. So it was just, I love this stuff. It's just so exciting to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that because I'm excited about it too. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. And so, can you, I don't know, give me like a little tiny bit about what TechWorks does, other than I know it's tech stuff.
So TechWorks we're an outsourced IT company for small, medium-sized businesses. We help companies basically with their digital transformation. So we'll help them migrate to the cloud, put new servers in if they need them, install software or consult. We install things like wireless and networks and cameras and security for them. So basically, we're their outsourced IT department for customers that are probably not big enough to have an outsourced IT department or have one or two people that work in their IT and need extra resources. So we do that for nonprofits, construction companies. We have a pretty good broad range of companies on the island, and we've been doing it for 20 years. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary, so.
Oh, well, congratulations on your 20 years, and I'm glad there's a little more involved than turn it off and turn it back on again. And just for you guys, definitely successful day at the bar, because I got someone else to buy me a drink. A fellow Connecticut grad, by the way. We have a little connection here. So, so have you heard any of these bands before?
None of the bands here. So it's funny because I was away last week. I really wanted to come to last week's event.
It was awesome.
Two of those bands that play here, I listen to all the time. I've listened to them on Spotify for years. I've known them for like Aswell. It's a fantastic band. Like, so I was very upset that I couldn't make it, and I'm hoping to get a chance to watch it online, which was one of the things I'm also excited about, that you guys are recording this and putting it up online, because when Brian announced those two bands, I'm like, I love those guys, like the punk rock. Oh, I love you. So I missed it, and I'm very upset about that. But this is a great band too, and I'm excited for this stuff. So I love live music. I love to be able to. Long Island, I know a lot of musicians, and I know a lot of people who play, and we have such a great music scene, but it's kind of like unknown. It's under the covers. So this is just great to bring it out in the open. It's just a great. Brian's just a genius when it comes to this stuff, and putting it together, it's just so professional. It looks so great. I'm just happy to be a part of it. It really is exciting. I love this for Long Island. I love Long Island, and I love that we can do this kind of things here and highlight the talent that's out there.
Well, I am excited too. I love the talent. I love the bands. I believe Nick Russell's going to be next. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Enjoy the rest of the show. We're going to go see a little bit of Nick Russell. Enjoy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Long Island Stage. Welcome back to the mic, our host for tonight, Brian McAuliffe.
What do we think so far? This is all local, Long Island grown music. All right, everybody that you see here tonight and on all of our episodes, and that's what we're here for. And thank you very much for doing that. On your tables, you'll find a little brochure about our three artists tonight. And there are QR codes there. We all know what they are, modern times. It's an opportunity for you to go to the Long Island Stage website that'll take you right there and read an article written by our very own Ed Schmieder. These articles are from interviews with the artist. I think you'll find them very interesting. There'll also be links there to find the artist's sites, to learn more about them, to support them, and build this community of original artists. Now, our next artist, Nick Russell, I know from a place that exists in many of our spirits, the Grey Horse Tavern, which has become a spirit place. Long live the Grey Horse, and I saw Nick there many times and heard this wonderful musician. He has an album, a couple of albums out, but the one that's most recent, I believe, is Talisman, done with Andy Falco, who's a Grammy Award-winning artist from the String Dusters in our own midst. We do have some very famous people still making great music, still doing it here now. Andy's one of those up-and-comers that's going to do great. And You have surrounded yourself with a very accomplished band. I won't take away your thunder because I'm sure you're going to introduce this wonderful thing. This is going to be a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Russell.
There were dandelions in a vase, and roses on the ground. The disappointment on her face said she planned on hanging around. We took a seat on spring thawed grass. Once we knew we weren't coming back. When what you've got, it isn't yours. When this whole world starts to feel like a chore. When the future was nothing but a topic of conversation. Time and place stood off to borders. And we were howling at the moon, just me and the captain's daughter. There was something so peaceful about the way she looked out on the water. The way the moon could grab the tide Man, it's so cool to look out and see so many of you guys here tonight. This is one of the first songs I wrote, and when I wrote it, I just dreamed about being able to do something like this. It's so cool, so thank you very much. I wrote it kind of at the end of it's about the end of my freshman year at college. I was out in Stony Brook, Southampton, when they shut the school down one night in the middle of the semester, and we all kind of had to find a new home. You know, I don't know if you guys know Stony Brook, Southampton, but on that campus there's a little windmill that overlooks the ocean. And campus lore has it that there was a captain that had built that windmill for his daughter. And tragedy beheld, his daughter passed in that windmill, and her ghost still resides there. So I remember walking home from class every night, you'd kind of walk past the windmill and, you know, trying to not spot the ghost. But the night they shut the school down, we all kind of threw ourselves a little party up there and spent the night. And so many of my friends, I hope it wasn't substance-induced, but they claimed to have saw that little girl looking out the water. And in that moment, I kind of understood what it was like to want to stay in one place forever, because I didn't want to leave. And I kind of understood what it felt like to be a ghost, maybe. When the future was nothing but a topic of conversation, time and place stood off to wait for orders. I don't know what to do, knowing there was something so peaceful about the way that she looked out Thank you. Do you guys, you know when you look at yourself in a picture from like 10 years ago and you say, what the hell was I thinking wearing that? I have no idea about that. So the Long Island stage starts off with so many introductions and things, and my introduction to music on Long Island was my father taking me to see music at the Grey Horse Tavern, and I didn't know what local music was or what was going on the island, or what. And then we saw a band called Miles of Dayton. And I said, damn, there's something to all this, and it really means a lot to have Mr. John Prattis for Miles a Day here tonight on Challenge. On the far side of a little creek, a home to lay my head, in a small brick room where you can touch both of the walls. I lived alone, but I was raised in company that would always come and go. We hid the front key under the doormat till the day our home was sold. Since that day, I've been moving on and holding on at the same time. But on a small steel boat, some nights I glide through the cattail reeds on a full moon tide to wash up on a shore I used to know. Well, I was younger there and my heart was pure. Headed back seems to be some cure. Get back to where you come from, to move on to where you go. Moving on and holding on, you gotta stay true to the road you're on. You know where you come from, not where you're going. If you ever get lost in the never knowing, you find your heart is a talisman to keep your fears and ghosts at bay. And when your heart is a talisman, don't it all end up okay? You see, I still sing in the same few bars, right where I stood when I got my start. And that might look like a big old loser's dream to you, but I was standing there when I found my songs. Though I wish I was further on, I'll never be above it. And I learned to do it just because I love it. Moving on and holding on, you gotta stay true to the road you're on. You know where you come from, not where you're going. If you ever get lost in the never knowing, you find your heart is a talisman to keep your fears and ghosts at bay. And when your heart is a talisman, don't it all end up okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. That's the title track of a CD I made, and it's called a compact disc, and we have them for sale out in the lobby. I anticipate selling hundreds, so. But thank you guys all for coming down. It really means a lot. I see you all, and I appreciate you all, and I know that on a Thursday night on Long Island, Riverhead might be the other side of the country, so thank you very, very, very much for coming down. This is awesome. And that song does take place in a small steel boat that I was strongly advised from my friends to stop driving across the bay. I was apparently endangering myself and others. But with this, a man I thought that I had met 100 times, Mr. Matt Marshak on guitar. We met last night. But look at that smile. We've all known him. Little backstory for the songs. This one takes place in Oklahoma City. I was kind of feeling a little lost, a little far away from home, and I looked into a bar and I saw this guy with a big hat on playing an old beat-up Martin. So I walked in and I said, that's about where I belong. And he was singing his songs to a crowd of people not listening to a damn word he said. And I said, I know what that's like. Not tonight, not tonight. So thank you. But I got to listening to him, and he eventually got down off the stage and he sat next to me and he said, hey son, are you a songwriter? And I said, are you Santa Claus? How do you know this? And he said, well, in this part of the city, only other songwriters seem to listen to songwriters. So I got up on stage with him, and we spent the rest of the evening swapping tunes with each other. It turns out he's a guy named Jimmy the Hat in Oklahoma City. And by the end of the night, he had a few cocktails. And he told me that Jimmy Buffett's going to start covering his music. And I'm here to say that I hope that's happening. And also, Jimmy, this one is up for you. Sings at JJ's Alley and Friday at the end of the bar. Songs he wrote over the last 60 years, explaining his soul and his life so far. And he said, people don't listen now, oh, but they'll know me someday. When I hit the jackpot, they'll sing along when Jimmy Buffett covers one of my songs. And I think the world needs a lot more of that, a little less giving up and hiding, looking for the best in life, no matter where it lies. God bless those out there trying. Shannon goes to the beach on Sundays, picks the trash that washes up on the shore. It's her only day leaving work, but she told me what it's all for. She said, a place as pretty as this, don't you know that it's only a gift? You gotta pass on to our children this planet. I'm gonna leave it better than I found it. And I think the world needs a lot more of that, seeing the difference one person can make, and how the best of intentions get passed down over time. God bless those out there trying. So what you giving up for? And why you turning back? 'Cause my friend Tom lost his wife 3 years ago, and for a while he never left home. You know, she, for one thing, was his whole world, man. He couldn't cope with the fact of living alone. But now he gets up every morning and puts one foot in front of the other. When I asked him what it was that made him change his ways, he just sort of smiled at me and said, when I'm at my best I can feel her. She's above me, flying. And what more could one man ever need to keep on trying? And I think we all know that the world needs more of that, just trusting in love to push us forward. When love's never lost, never leave, love's never dying. God bless those out there trying. I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm gonna try and keep on Thank you so much. If you guys really know Jimmy Buffett, though, tell him about that. I included him in a song. All right, fourth song, fourth introduction. When it comes time to put a band together, there's one person that instantly jumps to my mind, and that is Chris Marshak, the kindest person and best drummer on Long Island. Here he is. Man, when I was younger, I used to wish like crazy stuff would happen to me so I could write a song about it. That was stupid. November 13th, 2021. Staring out the window in the artist colony when the only standing tree that Vanderbilt left came sailing down from a goddamn tornado on Long Island. Right on the heads of my fiance and I at the time. I saw it coming, she couldn't see it coming. We ran and we didn't know what was gonna happen, and we thought that was it, man. And you know, it's kind of like a movie when you know, that kind of stuff happens to other people. It doesn't happen to you. It happens to other people, man. So when it happens to you, all that snow, gone with last night's rain. Still it's going on a couple months to process all the changes. We were finally settled in, had our pictures on the wall, yet I hardly had the chance to yell when I saw that oak fall. 'Cause we were in the house house came down. Explain the way I felt when the dust had settled down. Found you safely in the other room, crying on the ground. And we ran down to our neighbors, and we tried to catch our breath, as if to make some sense of how there wasn't nothing left. We were in the house, and when the house came down, you can hold my hand every time the wind blows. If I can hold you closer every night, it could have been to only for what wasn't meant to be. Buildings for the lucky ones, but it ain't so clear to see. Shake you away. 'Cause we were in the house when the house came down. Not the way I pictured it. Getting married in 6 months, couch surfing, halfway homeless. All we owned was left for junk. But it's a long road that we travel for this lovely luck we found. And if this is just some test, my luck, I swear I'll never let you down. Damn lucky and unlucky at the same time. Have you ever been so damn lucky and unlucky at the same time? Have you ever been so unlucky and lucky at the same time? Tell me, what does it look like? How do you move on? Where did the ghost go? Flee from the house when the house comes down. Thank you guys so very, very, very much for being here tonight. Long Island stage, the sound, the bell curves, and up next, Karen Belle. One more time on the guitar, Matt Marshall. Is it his older brother or his younger brother? We'll never know. Mr. Chris Marshak on the drums. Mr. John Pettis on the cello and the harmonies, keeping me in check. My name's Nick Russell. Thank you very, very much for hanging out, making the trip tonight. I really appreciate you guys.
I just wanna be simple and free, the way it's supposed to be. It's like it was when we were younger. I just wanna be simple and free, the way it's supposed to be. So good to be a little wiser. And as you rise up, sin, 'cause you don't know what's next. And if your cash can't check what your words agree to, if you wanna make a stand, stick it to the man. I keep on doing what you can and what you believe. Oh, simple and free, the way it's supposed to be. It's like it was when we were younger. But I just wanna be simple and free, sing a melody, so good to be a little wiser. just wanna be simple and free. I just wanna be simple, simple, free. You know what I mean? Simple, simple, free. You know what I mean? Simple, simple, free. You know what I mean? Simple and free. you guys. Check that one out at midnight. We're psyched. Thank you guys. So good to be here.
Back, although I'm pretty sure I should rename this April at the Bar again. I don't know. So anyway, title in progress. But anyway, I am joined now with Ed Schmieder. I'm saying that right? Yes?
Right.
I got that right. Woo, I haven't had too much to drink. Only this much. That was bought for me at the last segment. But anyway, no pressure. But anyway, so Ed is normally not in front of the camera. He's behind the scenes writing. You're writing about all the performers, all the artists, right?
That's right, yeah. And in fact, if you go to the website, you see that we call the interviews or the profiles, we call them stories. Because what I'm aiming for when I get to interview and have great phone conversations with these artists is to, I'm trying to capture their story. So we call them stories, and because every artist's career, when I'm speaking to them, sort of has a trajectory, so there's like a plot for like how they started, like Nick Russell started, in Sayville, high school student, and now, knock people's socks off tonight. So there's a narrative.
He knocked his own shoes off, I noticed. This is true.
No shoes, but that's okay. And then the other thing that we try to capture in the stories, I try to capture in the stories, is sort of like the character of the artist, so that the readers get a sense of what they're sort of like as a person. So yeah, their stories. It's got characters and it's got a plot. Their evolution as an artist, and I've been doing that since the first season. So I've been working with Long Island Stage since 2021.
So now this is on the Long Island Stage website, right?
Yes.
And there's a section for stories that you can read all about all the artists from tonight, from other shows and stuff. I think you even wrote something about me and not about me at the bar. But anyway, so what's your favorite thing about tonight's show?
Oh, well, there's one thing about every show is I've gotten to talk to all of these artists before I've seen them perform. I might have listened to them, but my favorite thing of all the shows is after having listened to their recordings, after having spoken to them, and our conversations usually become extra musical, not just about their music, but their life a little bit too, to see them on stage and to be wowed, because obviously, recording in the studio was wonderful, but there's nothing like a live performance.
The live performances they blow away anything that you see from them online. I definitely.
And I know that this is like a fantasy in a way, because I've only had like maybe one phone conversation, maybe a long phone conversation with the artist, but I feel like sort of like they're all old friends of mine in some ways. So I come and I see them perform live, and it's exciting to see and to root for this person that I've met and learned something about, and have had a chance to push their story out.
Well, I hope that more people read them because they're really very interesting, and you're a very good writer. I don't know if you're as good a writer as me, but no one's reading my stuff. I'm kidding. No, I think everyone should read it. And do you have anyone in particular that was especially you found a super interesting tidbit that you didn't know about the performer or the band beforehand?
Well, actually, the cat's out of the bag regarding Nick Russell and his story about the tree falling on his house, which, was like a jaw-dropping story when we were talking on the phone.
Yeah, we were looking at it online. Crazy.
But also, too, for example, Belle, who's about to get on stage, there was a song I was listening to on one of her recordings called Little Bella. So it was really whimsical, really cute. It was a lovely song. And so when I had her on the phone, I was saying, it's a very different song for you, and it's so whimsical and it's so sweet. Who's Little Bella? What's it about? And she was thrilled. She said that you picked that song to talk about because she says it's my dog. And she said, because it's a love song, and she said, love songs don't just have to be about your boyfriend. I
love a love love song about the dog. That's amazing. And she's doing it tonight.
I don't know if
Oh, all right. Well, I'll be listening. We'll be listening.
fingers crossed that she'll play it, but you're going to hear some great stuff from her, So, that was just a. I was happy. You know what? I was happy that she was happy with just having asked the question, because she was happy to talk about it. So it's like that kind of stuff is happening. And again, it may be part fantasy, but I mean, it feels like. You know what? We're making some kind of connection, And I love music and have loved music, and I love talking to artists of all kinds.
I know you do.
Yeah. So.
All right, but here's my burning question. If we have time, do we have time? What are you drinking?
I'm a Negroni guy, but I've been playing with variations, and so tonight I'm drinking a mezcal Negroni.
Mezcal Negroni, because inquiring minds want to know. Yeah.
Well, now they know.
Now they know. Everyone knows. Is someone else going to walk in the shot? So I think we're about ready to go check out the Karen Belle, right? And do you have a favorite song?
Oh, well, man. She's going to do one tonight, I know for sure, called...
All right,
Whoa.
welcome back to Long Island Stage Season 2.
Jack Honey.
Honey.
Please
Jack Honey.
welcome
All right.
back to the mic our host.
Back to the show.
Give it up for Brian McAuliffe.
So what would you like if you had a neighbor write a song about your backyard? Isn't that what Nick did? I mean, the Oakdale Artist Colony is like a block away. Southampton College hooking up at windmills. This is what when we talk about, art about our lives, forget TikTok and all that other stuff. This is about here and now and us and our time on this planet. And it is just a great honor for me to be anywhere near remotely involved with these great creators. And I want to thank you for participating in that. It's going to take a big community to fight against the homogenization of the world where everybody has to be a TikTok star or something else. Let's create a community of creators here, respect them, and give them what they need. And it's pretty easy. Before you leave tonight, make sure you follow all of these artists on social media, if you're a social media people. If you are not social media and just get old-fashioned emails, I know that's old, go on the Long Island Stage, get on the list. It's actually a place where you can get on the list. And we have actually some artists in the audience who've already come up to me and say, I want to be on the stage in the future. And you can send your friends and family, those people who are great artists in the community. Artists sign up right on longislandstage.org, and they get listed. Boom. And the next time we do this, the next time we get a gracious partner, hopefully again here at this wonderful theater. By the way, this is 10 years since renovation. Isn't this a beautiful place? I do not know. Whoever took the time and energy and money out of their wallet to rebuild this place, kudos to you. We thank you so much. And my friend Mike just mentioned to me that he doesn't go by a day in his life, right, Mike? Right, not a day in his life without music in his life. And how many of us can't live a day without music? Right? And I'm going to tell you this, music doesn't care what side of the aisle you're on. I said it last week, and I hope someday there's something on the internet or somewhere that says music doesn't care, and it says Brian McAuliffe. Because music doesn't care what side of the aisle you're on, it doesn't care how old you are, what color you are, what shape you are, nothing else about you, it doesn't care. All right? It doesn't care, it brings us together. And nothing is going to bring you together like Karen Belle and her band. This young lady is a Yamaha ambassador. She's endorsed by Fishman Amps. If you're an acoustic guitar lover, you know you're going to be playing through a Fishman amp in your restaurant gig. You're just going to do it. And Elixir Strings, and who knows who else endorses her. I certainly endorse her. Long Island Stage obviously endorses her. Karen, take it away.
Can't remember what you said, but I remember what I felt. how you looked at me with sex, and I know soon I will be dead. But Cupid made me stupid, and he told me I was foolish if I didn't go home with you. It was midnight after 12, and we were up against my breath, and the lie betwixt ourselves, you would be so bad for my head. I was dreaming with a reason, wish we last more than a season if I didn't go home with you. If I didn't go home with you, if I didn't go home with you, we would still be together, we would be happy forever. Baby, we would be more fun than this glass of wine. I wouldn't bother if I let down my pride. Oh. In the spell of being lovers, but inside our cry. Oh. What did you do to me? I cannot believe in myself. A man who's as beautiful like you was sculpturing finesse. I'm falling on top of my words, a mountain on my head. 'Cause I know that we will be over before we hit the fan. Oh. If I didn't go home with you, if I didn't go home with you, we would still be together, we would be happy forever. Baby, we would be more fine than this glass of wine. Yeah. Oh, can't remember what you said, but I remember what I felt. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Feels different than the sound check. It's good to see some people. I see some people here. I know there's people over there too, and I see candles. So that's pretty cool. Hello, I see some people that I recognize. Thank you for wearing my shirts. Anyway, hi guys. I'm Karen Bella, and it's good to be here, and I'm really honored to be here tonight on this stage that had so many prestigious people standing here right before an audience like yourself. And I got this wonderful band right here on stage with me. That was a song, If I Didn't Go Home With You. I like long titles, and it's a cool blues tune. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. This is Needle in the Hay. Can I be honest? A lifetime can change every day, and sometimes we don't notice that someone isn't worth the chase. It may last forever, it may even feel better, but don't give yourself away. 'Cause 'Cause I've learned how to live with the pain, screaming loud all the radius of the brain, and I see humor filled with disdain, but nothing hurts as much as when I hear your name. I'll never be a goddess, I just wanted to be a goddess anyway. Most of the time I'm guarded, oh I'm haunted by the oddest dreams that become nightmares. And every fairy tale that fell through encapsulates the things that we do. Needle in the hay, 'cause I've learned how to live with the pain, screaming loud all the radius of the brain, and I've seen a humor filled with disdain. Nothing hurts as much as when I hear your name. I never wanna leave the past behind. I just wanna be one of a kind. I wanna feel your arms melt into mine. Now beat around the bush and waste our time. Ooh, yeah. Oh, can I be honest? A lifetime can change every day. Thank you. In 2014, I went to go see a Dave Matthews Band concert. Love him. And he was doing this thing where like somebody came on stage and they gave him a different guitar. And I was like, that's really cool. I want to do that too. I'm doing it. Dreams come true. I love you. Hello. Hi. That's a great table over there. Every table is great, by the way. I don't want to count anybody out. You're going to leave and be like, oh, the Karen Belle didn't like our table. She only liked that one. All right, so this guitar is for a beautiful song. So I want you to like imagine you're in Brazil. Yeah, Bob, we're in Brazil. Like, just imagine. Riding in a fast car in LA. Do they send a postcard? Maybe I don't know. recommended by a friend who couldn't go. Oh. And they go through open doors to the room. They don't realize that they're falling in. Cappuccino foam on your red lips, conversation face so close they almost kiss. He tells her all about his recent visits, traveling the world for little trinkets that he bought. And they go through open doors to the room. They don't realize that they're falling in. And anyone can see if you were standing next to me. The worry on her face, is this the one who will replace the damage to her heart, which was broken from the start, to say goodbye to yesterday. Riding in a fast car in LA, do they send a postcard? Maybe, I don't know. Oh. Cappuccino foam on her red lips, conversation face so close they almost kiss. And they go through open doors to the room, and they realize that they're falling in love. In love. Thank you. That was called Cappuccino. You know, I really love doing that song because I love that whole Brazilian jazz vibe, and I really love coffee a lot. My doctor recently said to me, he's like, you should probably change to decaf, and I'm like, no. I think there's like a love that you have with coffee. It's a love affair. But that's not what that song was about. It'd be weird to write a song about how much you love coffee. No, that's okay, right? That's okay. Teddy, do you love coffee? I made coffee for you and Bob. And Matt didn't want coffee backstage. I don't need coffee. You don't need coffee? Yeah, but he's a great drummer. Yeah, give it up for these guys. By the way, can I introduce the fellas? I know it's like usually you do toward the end, but I want to do it now. Is that okay? All right, we're going to start from the left. So on bass, we got Bob Stander. Yeah. Bob, just play one note. Isn't he great? Right behind me, we got Matt Miller on the drums. And to my right, your left, I got Teddy Kumpel on guitar. Alrighty, so the second song I did, Needle in the Hay, was on my EP, which was released in 2020, March of 2020. It was planned 6 months in advance. We didn't know that everything that was going to happen the last couple of years would have happened. And so this next song is also on my EP, which is Karen Bella. You can find it on KarenBella.com. It's on Apple Music and every digital platform, so you can listen to it, get it there. And this song, San Andreas, is the final song of my EP. I hope you guys like it. I won't regret you. I won't forget. I'm like a fish in the bowl. You left me alone with them all. I won't resent you. I won't repent the lying in your soul. You face the consequence when you're wrong. There were times I felt like I was flying, gratifying, and everything we touched came into life. But the truth made things bolder. You danced out of right, you're my personal fault, San Andreas line. Could we have been better? Could we have been mad? I would never know that you made sadness my only hope. Was she worth it to traumatize me on your tornado? You've no sympathy or self-control. There were times I felt like I was dying, terrifying, and every thought turned dark. Stop to shine, but I moved to be bolder and say I'll be fine. You're my personal fault, San Andreas line. I'm like a fish in the bowl. You left me alone with them all. So you face the consequence when you're old. I should have never known that you made sadness my only hope. But I moved to be bolder and say I'll be fine. You're my personal fault, San Andreas, my personal fault, San Andreas, my personal fault, San Andreas line. Thank you. All right. Wow, it's been we got one more egg. Are you ready, Bob? It's a private joke. I can't fill you in. It's a long story. I'll post about it on Facebook. Anyway, I want to just give a shout out to the Bell Curves. They did an incredible job. And Nick Russell. There's so many talented Long Island musicians, and it's really an honor to be a part of that and to be a part of Long Island Stage. So thank you so much, Long Island Stage, for choosing me to be here. And thank you to the guys for playing with me tonight. Thank you. We got one more song for y'all, and this is also on my EP. And yeah, you want to give it away? You're like psychic. It's okay, I only heard it. You want to announce it? Valerie Rose, everybody. Your pretty blue eyes were vacant skies when you went away, and the hole that's inside eating me alive, keeping me away. I swear I'm alive, never see color as vibrant as I do when I got to see. Behind cemented feather cracks in the walls, I kept the secret of your beauty. The little lies that were stuck in stride on the index page, and the haunted long nights that we got to find the difference of our age. You want the others to know, we got to find the angle of the sculpted features in every way. You want my lovers to know, see the ups and downs and in and outs and in betweens of clarity. You're not a cowboy, but if you were, you'd be little cute. You're not an outlaw, but if you were, I'd be a pistol sweet. Give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. Give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. Stepped outside in your black attire, led me to the gate, into the world that you traveled in and the ones that we create. I wanted to know if you were half as good as you implied, and show me how you demonstrate. And with this corrupt romantic to the hand of time as we accelerate. You're not a cowboy, but if you were, you'd be little cute. You're not an outlaw, but if you were, I'd be a pistol sweet. Give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. Give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. Will it be all that we get to do? Got the money at all, Mr. International, almost perfect too. Hey, give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. Give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. You're not a cowboy, but if you were, you'd be little cute. You're not an outlaw, but if you were, I'd be a pistol sweet. Ooh, give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. Give me a shot of Jack, honey, honey. Give me a shot of you. Give me a shot of you. Give me a shot of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Andy. And now a Sarah McLachlan song. No, okay. Guys, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. Once again, what? one more. Give me one egg. we didn't prepare another song, so. Oh, okay. All right, I guess. Actually, I guess I'll say Indio is actually being played on the radio all over the world. It's I just got some reports that it's already had like, I don't know, just yesterday and today maybe I don't know, like 100 and something stations played it throughout the world. So thank you for suggesting that song. We didn't prepare another song, so I guess I'm going to do a solo, if that's okay. So this is about taking a road trip to California, to Indio, California, where they hold the Coachella festivals. Today I want to go to Indio and see how people go out in Indio. I lay my bag in the back seat of my favorite car. I got my snacks ready to eat as I travel far. Today I'm on the road to India. I'll catch all the shows out in India. Can't wait for that moment where I get to stay on the field where I listen to my favorite band. Higher and higher I go, feeling intoxicated, driving for miles from home, where there's no obligations. While I'm still young and sane in my head, nothing is complicated. Higher and higher I go to India. I hear the lights crashing over me. I see the sun rise. Thunder ignites. The stars are shining, lucid rhyming in the dark. The twilight now. Higher and higher I go, feeling intoxicated, driving for miles from home, where there's no obligations. While I'm still young and sane in my head, nothing is complicated. Higher and higher I go. Higher and higher I go to India. Today I'm on the road to India. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Teddy Campbell. Thank you, Matt Miller. Thank you, Bob Stander. Thank you to everyone in the audience, and thank you to everyone who helped put this together, the sound people. Thank you, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, Karen Beller and the band.
Thank you.
This is all homegrown. Quite amazing, and no doubt, right?
Absolutely.
No doubt. And I just wonder, guys, where's the contract about hats? We got guys with extra hats up here. What's going on? No, guys, wonderful. So we're making history here, and I want to thank you so much for being a participant in this. And this is just the beginning of what happens on Long Island Stage. And, my phone has been going off the hook, or whatever you call it these days, right?
Blowing up.
Blowing up, all right, thank you. All right, I need a young person to tell me what's going on.
Yeah, young.
My fun, but, so because we're a show and people are watching live, and I've got, people watching saying, this is great, wonderful, I want to watch. So continue, please, to share what you've heard tonight. Continue to support these wonderful artists like Karen and the other people you've seen. We have one more show, just one more show, although I've talked to Gary about something in the future, but that's not allowed to say that yet.
So cancel your plans for next Thursday.
Cancel your
Just
plans
saying.
for next Thursday. Be here. Their creativity, I think you see, everybody feel it? You feel it, right? All right, we have some people in the audience. I want to take Chris Coluccio from TechWorks is in the audience. He's a sponsor of ours. Thank you very much, Chris. We do need corporate sponsorship because we fund this ourselves with the help of the theater. We want to thank the Brightech crew, the production crew that makes this happen. There are people behind the stage that help us. Like, we got people, and our people don't yet have people yet, so a little more funding, our people could have people, and that would be really great.
I want people.
Yeah. So this takes an awful lot of people. There's probably about 15 people in the background to make this happen, both here at the stage. Thank you very much for the theater itself and for the staff that makes it all happen. I hope you had good table service. How about a venue like this where you can sit down, relax, have a meal and a drink and enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, what do you think?
I love it. I can't wait for next week.
All right, next week, our last show, be there or be you know what. All right? Karen, thank you very much.
Amazing.
Good night, Long Island Stage.